Hello everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Velmore. Before we get started, I want to let you know that it looks like we're going to be doing the Elder Scrolls Cookbook as well. I put the polls up here, Twitter, and Instagram, and Elder Scrolls won by a landslide. But before we get to that, still have to finish off the Heroes Feast Cookbook. And today's recipe is enjoyed by dwarves that may spend a little more time on the surface interacting with humans. This is Orange Mountain Duck. Let's get started. So other than the duck, the orange is the main part of this recipe. I'm going to use orange juice, orange slices, and orange zest, as well as chopping up some parsley, onions, thyme, and persimmon. So now I'm going to score the duck, and then I'm going to season both sides with salt and pepper. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the duck in skin side down, which is going to let it render off and get the skin nice and crispy. So this recipe comes from South Faerun, in an area known as the Great Rift, from the hill dwarves there that are also known as gold dwarves. The name of the gold dwarves comes from the fact that these dwarves have brown or tan skin that is significantly darker than other dwarves. These dwarves rule over the land that also is home to humans, gnomes, and halflings. And so dwarves that have spent a lot of their time dealing on the surface, such as traders or diplomats, have developed a love for this dish. It is said that the crispy skin alone has been something that dwarves have fought over. And now that that skin is brown and crispy, I'm just going to flip it over. And that's just going to cook for 2 or 3 more minutes. Now, in some of the leftover duck fat, I'm going to add the shallot, thyme, a little bit of salt. And I'm going to soften that up. Now I'm going to add in the orange juice. I'm going to bring that up to a simmer and then let it reduce a little bit. Now after letting that simmer and reduce, I'm going to add in some chicken broth and any juices that have accumulated from the resting duck. I'm going to stir that in. And again, we're going to bring that to a simmer and let it reduce. Now that that has reduced a bit, I'm going to add in some brandy, some honey, a little bit of cayenne pepper, and the orange zest. And I'm going to stir those in until everything incorporates. Now I'm going to add in some butter and let that melt. Now I'm going to put in some of the parsley. And so now to plate this, I'm going to start by putting on some of the sauce. And then I'm going to put the duck down. I'm going to place some orange slices on top, a few pieces of the persimmon, and top it with a little more sauce and just a little parsley. I've only had duck once, maybe twice before, the last time probably being 10 years ago. So I wasn't really sure exactly what to expect, but I was very pleasantly surprised. And as I've come to expect from this cookbook, the sauce for this was on point. Absolutely delicious again. The orange and honey make it nice and sweet. The orange zest gives it a little tartness to it. The duck fat and the butter give it a very nice richness. It all comes together wonderfully. The duck itself was absolutely fantastic as well. It was tender, with a nice crispy skin, and when you're making something like this, that's exactly what you want. I hope you enjoyed. You can follow me on Instagram or Twitter at chef_Velmore. The links will be in the description of the video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and come on back next week for another recipe.